Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Rakesh. Good morning, Varun. Welcome to the stream, Rakesh. We'll start in 2 minutes. Good morning, Eric. How are you? Jai Shri Krishna Ramesh. कैसे हो? How was everyone's weekend, guys? Good morning. Recently found your channel. Love it. Good morning, Arya. All the new people who have bought the books, जो भी डाउट्स है यहाँ पे क्लियर कर सकते हो आप लोग. नहीं नहीं, इधर एलटीडी में एक मेंबर मिसिंग है. 9:15 से स्टार्ट करेंगे. तब तक के लिए नॉर्मल क्लियर द चार्ट्स, कीप इट क्लियर क्लीन. Eric, any doubts? Ramesh, any doubts? Please do ask. यहाँ से हमें एक सरप्लस मूवमेंट मिलेगा. We will capture that surplus movement. Analysis भी बहुत जल्द शेयर करूंगा. Just 1 more minute, guys. Good morning, Usma. How are you? How is the baby? Intact level से next trade of allocation होगी, everyone. So, hi, good morning, Hemant. You're late, man. सर ये आपने जो चैट पे लगाया है वो इंडिकेटर है. नहीं नहीं, अभी अभी बताता हूँ कैसे लगाता है. ओके. सो कैंडल्स क्लोज हो चुके हैं, गाइस. तो अलोकेशन पर्सपेक्टिव के हिसाब से चलेंगे. क्या सेटअप हमारे पास है, राइट? एट द करंट पॉइंट वी डोंट हैव हाई वॉल्यूम, राइट? सो एक सेकेंड. जब हाई वॉल्यूम नहीं है 1 आवर में, तो व्हाट डज मार्केट टेंड टू डू? मार्केट टेंड टू फॉलो द डायरेक्शन. So जब भी direction allocate होता है, what is the first major thing that you guys have to look and follow? To be in the same point of interest where the market is trying to allocate the structure, right? So in this allocation point, what are the few major things that you have to keep in mind, right? So we'll focus on that today. So at this current stage, आज के दिन में market open हुआ, gap up. गैप अप ओपन होने के बाद इंटैक्ट कंप्लीशन के बाद कंटिन्यूटी इन द मूवमेंट. Once the continuity in the movement was found, what are the major things that we see? Do we have a volume change in spectrum? Yes, definitely. In this candle, we do, right? So, in that perspective, what do we see in 1 hour? At the same point of action, do we have a real volume change? No, right? It's in the same zone of action in perspective of to the previous. When it's in the perspective of to the previous, what are the major things that you will be focusing on? Right? Volume नहीं बढ़ा है, correct? So जब volume नहीं बढ़ता है, तो first major thing that you have to keep in mind is allocations, right? This allocation is only for the beginners, not for the advanced level, right? So सिर्फ आज का दिन का मैपिंग करेंगे, आज का दिन का मैपिंग के लिए, so this is our supply, what we will be taking for. This supply will be mapped with the current demand range. How will you map the current demand? Through the previous, correct? So in this form of action, high wick range, so we'll take it from the wick to the body and allocate. In perspective of first come first serve. What do you notice? Do we have a break and continue? Yes, we have a break and continue. One major thing that we allocate 150% because it's a supply converted into demand. ना minimality है ना कुछ है, सिर्फ demand range of actions will be conducted at this point and 150% से हमारे पास rejection develop हुआ है, correct? Once 150% range of action is developed, what are the next steps that we will be following? जो हमने supply लिया था at this point, this will get elaborated in position of the closure demand point of a POI, which gets allotted at this point range. When this point range is allotted, what is the first major thing that you have to keep in mind and follow? The first major thing that you keep in mind and follow is minimality. What minimality is formed at this point of action? The minimality what is being formed is M2. When the M2 minimality is formed, what is the targets we have? Minimality 200% is the target and a small retracement from M1 range of action could be found at 150% of the minimality range. How will you draw the minimality range? 100%. 100% होने के बाद second range of motion में आएगा हमारा minimality 200%. Once the minimality range of action plan is deployed, what are the major things that we look? We look for an allocation of 150% and 200. So in this structure, the 150 point of action will be taken under the consideration of M2 retracement, and second one will be taken as M2 200% as the final target. Okay, so this will be the current allocations. अगर हमारे पास at the current stage, at this motion 100% से rejection मिलता है and वहां पे वॉल्यूम चेंज होती है, तभी ही हम रिवर्सल प्लान आउट करेंगे, बिकॉज दिस 100% विल नॉट एक्ट एज द TTS 2.0. जब तक TTS 2.0 एक्ट नहीं करेगा तब तक हम सेम डायरेक्शन में ही बने रहेंगे. Am I clear in this, guys? Any doubts? So we have minimality M2 as the target, जो कि हमारा TTS 2.0 भी है. In perspectives of each and every retracement, you will be getting an allocation in perspective of to the previous through the identification of volumes. Okay, so this will be the M2 target because we have above 50% of the rejection, and this will be our M2 150%. At the current stage थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे आपको समझ में डाउट आ रही होगी, but once you start implying the back testing and all the new members, it will be easy for you guys to understand. Okay, so once this targets are completed, then we'll look for a reversal. अगर volume spike बीच में आ रहा है तो भी शांत हो जाओ. First trade of allocations is always taken in perspective of to the previous. जब तक वो फॉर्मेशन डेवलप होते हुए नहीं दिखती है तब तक हम ट्रेड ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन रिवर्सल के लिए नहीं देखेंगे, राइट? With that motion, इस retracement को कैसे identify करे? First come first serve. Where is the POI range? POI range का last candle of the demand will be mapped and checked at the current range. Okay, so this is the current range of the demand what we have. And what do we notice? A exact rejection perspective which will carry forward to the next. M2 100% के ऊपर ही, right, holding. उससे पहले no other profound motions will be taken under the consideration. Greed side में रखो. अगर greed को बीच में लाओगे, you will be definitely be losing out the money. So wait for the setups. जो भी enter नहीं हुए हैं trade में, wait for a setup to form. With that formation, only trade of execution will be taken under the place. Okay, not prior to that. Usma clear? Ramesh clear? Eric, am I clear in this part? This red lines is M2 100%. Okay. From where can we look for an execution because I missed the morning trade? Very simple. Where is our intact level? Intact level. Where is the movement profound of the movement which will be taken under the consideration? The liquidity grab point. अगर ये पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन तक आती है, फिर से री एग्जीक्यूशनल मूवमेंट सेटअप क्रिएट करती है, तभी ही हम ट्रेड ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन देखेंगे. उससे पहले नहीं. इवन एड-ऑन्स विल बी वेटेड एट दिस करंट पॉइंट. सर एक बार फ्राइडे को जो डाउन में मूवमेंट आया था वो प्लीज एक्सप्लेन कर दो एंड उसके आगे की ड्राइंग भी. ओके, करेक्ट. We still have nice 40 minutes. We'll do it. So Rakesh Bharadwaj, hope this is cleared. How we draw the levels. Okay, this is not an indicator. Next, 300 pips on it. Good job. वरुण, कितना मूव हो रहा है, कितना ये हो रही है, सब जूम में बता दो. यूट्यूब में नहीं प्लीज. Yes sir, great. Sir, BTC, I am coming. We are going to that point. How do I learn this trading style properly? Any courses or anything? Courses. Get in touch with the team, they will help you out. So we have a TTS book which helps you in understanding how the structures are formed. With that, if you're a beginner, if you don't have experience, that book will help you out to grow through this. Okay, use the book. come live every day for 1 month, understand, do 6 months of back testing, 6 months of forward testing, 1 month of live analysis. Post 1 month of live analysis, from the second month, you will start deploying a smaller capital till you understand exactly where is the setups formed, where is the executions. With that executions, you will compound your capital to the next point and then create the growth. Okay. Hope I have answered you, Arya. गोल्ड में कोई भी डाउट है आप लोगों को, प्लीज डू आस्क. ओके, सो नो वरीज. सॉरी, किस बात के लिए? हाँ, जो मूवमेंट है सिर्फ जूम में बताना, यहाँ पे मत बताओ. The rest all is totally fine. So coming to BTC, BTC structure is very simple, right? जितना मार्केट ऊपर गया था उतना लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब पॉइंट तक इजीली आया है, वहां से ही स्ट्रक्चर रीअलोकेट होके फॉलो थ्रू में है. सो व्हाट आर द नेक्स्ट मेजर थिंग्स दैट आई हैव टू कीप इन माइंड? क्या ये मार्केट नीचे आएगा या फिर से ऊपर जाएगी? सर, आपका मिलीनियर्स का टारगेट कहाँ तक पहुंचा है? होप वी स्टिल हैव टाइम. वी नीड 20 मोर, ओनली 20 मोर. उस्मा, 345 हो चुका है. So 20 more millionaires is the target. After that, TTS will be vanished. मतलब वीडियोस रहेंगी, लाइव नहीं हो. Right? So in this formation, what are the major things that you will be looking at? Come to 1 hour. Identify each and every point of interest where the market is creating a threshold or an external liquidity point. With the external liquidity points, execute the allocations. At this current stage, हमारा trade खत्म हुआ था 1 to 400 पे. So जैसे ही वो trade of execution खत्म हुई थी, what are the next steps that we take and follow in, right? For that, let's start the mappings. Saturday Sunday का levels हम नहीं लेंगे because we will be letting it go in perspective of the movements. So in that point, what is the major thing you guys have to follow? right? So in this perspective, हमारा सप्लाई 200% हुआ. सप्लाई 200% होने के बाद सरप्लस मैपिंग कहाँ से लेते हैं? सरप्लस मैपिंग इज ऑलवेज टेकन फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन, right? So the entire movement will be taken under the consideration as the surplus because 200% से rejection है. With that, we will be marking because high wick range है. High wick range में wick will be taken under consideration. With the wick taking under the consideration, what do you notice? Minimality M1 formation. Minimality M1 form होने के बाद, what is the next target we have? We have is 200, right? 150 and 200% आने के बाद, the next allocation will be taken in the place, right? So in that persona, you allocate the new structure. Surplus mapping कहाँ से allocate होगा? In the action of the previous movements only, right? So in that, the circumstantial movement will be taken from the demand allocation on the completion of 200. So the first point of interest, because high wick range, so demand will be taken into the play and remapped the structure. Where is the structure? This is the point. So once the point of action is taken under the consideration, the demand range is completed. With the demand range, what is the major thing that you have to follow? Currently, do we have a threshold formation or a S2B1 formation? Right? So there is no formations which has been taken place in this point. So we will be in the same direction following the surplus, right? For the surplus movement, what is the next step that we look for? We look for a nearest rejection point. So this is the new rejection point of the surplus, which will be mapped under the demand completion, right? So with this demand completion, what do we notice? Market is taking rejection from the exact point of the surplus 100%. Post surplus 100%, what is the one major thing that you will start allotting? The allocation will be in perspective of the demand. First come, first serve. First come, first serve may. First allocation point will be in perspective of to the previous, which will be from this demand in the action because ये break and continue में 200% complete हो चुकी है. So 1 and 2, right? So 200% completion of 1 hour demand. So at this point, what is the first major thing that we'll be following? We'll be coming down to 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, the allocations will be taken place in the previous action to the current point, right? How will we start marking that? With the each point of interest of the intax, right? So when there is an intact form, what are the major things which will be taken under the pursuance? Because in point allocation, the movement of Sunday will be not taken under the consideration of the consolidation, 200% mapping. With that, in continuance, what is the first step that you will be looking for? Will be your previous action plan, right? For the previous action plan, UTC में जाओ, UTC का Sunday movement allocation post New York PM session low, right? That will be your next plan of action, right? How will you take that? New York PM session का movement allocation will be taken in the play with the play continuity. 1 and 2. Supply 150% completion. On the completion, how do you miss out on this action plan? जब भी एक मोमेंट अलोकेशन आती है, राइट? So each and every point will be taken under the consideration of previous liquidity grab points. So at this current stage, why this movement got played out over here? Because of LG. Once the LG is placed, what are the next steps that needs to be taken under the consideration? That will be in the pursuance of the movement. How do you identify the pursuance of the movement? Will be through the screening of 4 hours. Why screening of 4 hours? Because 1 hour 200% was completed. Then 4 hours game comes into the play. So in that persona, the first allocation will be mapped through the first come first serve from this point of action to the high wick range. Why we have taken it from the wick? This is also high wick point with that movement action plan. This will also be taken under the consideration of high wick plan. Once the high wick plan is taken under the consideration, the movement will be allotted in pursuance of 1 hour, right? So this was the major allocation point which will be taken under the consideration because there is no allocation point for TTS 2.0. Am I clear? So with this, what is the next step that we'll start following? अभी क्या ट्रेड ऑफ एक्शन होगा? नहीं, because in 1 hour do we have a volume spike? No, we don't have a volume spike. What is the one major thing that we are having? The entire Sunday movements New York PM session is just converted through the liquidity स्लॉटिंग. लिक्विडिटी स्लॉटिंग मतलब जब भी एक लिक्विडिटी ग्रैब का मूवमेंट पेंडिंग होता है उस स्लॉटिंग रेंज में आती है, क्योंकि उसी पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन के साथ री यूनिट होती है मूवमेंट इन द सेम डायरेक्शन. री यूनिट मूवमेंट मतलब सेम डायरेक्शन किस तरफ है? करंटली बुलिश में है, बुलिश सेगमेंट के साथ बेरिश सेगमेंट में कन्वर्ट नहीं हुआ है अभी तक, मतलब लिक्विडिटी स्लॉटिंग इज पेंडिंग इन दिस जोन, राइट? सो इंटैक्ट लेवल भी है हमारे पास, उसके साथ रेंज ऑफ मोशन डेवलप हुआ है. सो वंस इट कम्स इनटू दैट पॉइंट, द नेक्स्ट एक्शन विल बी टेकन अंडर द प्रिसुवेंस टू एग्जीक्यूट. एग्जीक्यूशन होगा विद द सेटअप ऑफ एस टू बी वन और थ्री विंग एंड 1 आवर में त्रिशूल फॉर्मेशन. अगर ये होता है, it will be very easy to get in stage to execute and hold the trade again. Any doubts in BTC, guys? Nope, no doubts. Okay. किसी का तो राजेश का डाउट था. फ्राइडे का मोमेंट हाँ कौन सा वाला मोमेंट राजेश कैन यू से मी द टाइमिंग सॉरी रमेश कौन सा वाला टाइमिंग में प्लीज लेट मी नो द टाइमलाइंस सो दैट आई कैन एक्सप्लेन यू उसके बाद क्लियर सर ओके सर गॉट इट आई विल बी हियर एवरी डे सॉरी सर आपका मिलियनियर टारगेट कहाँ तक पहुंचा है नीचे आएगा बीटीसी any new channel will be found after that good morning Venkatesh no hopefully I will message you one day informing that I became one too congratulations Usma just focus step by step definitely one day you will reach that spot nope no doubts भाई साहब कौन आ गया स्ट्रीम पे वेलकम बैक दिनेश कैसे हो congratulations on your new house who is that in the stream old new guy Dinesh John welcome back long time congratulations on your new home keep it up timing 7:15 p.m. to 7:30 कौन सा डेट फ्राइडे का मोमेंट ना यूटीसी में या आईसीटी में रमेश सॉरी आईएसटी में या यूटीसी में at what time do you decide to use 1 hour allocation instead of 15 minutes so if it's in perspective of gold we look on the completion and break of 15 minutes levels but in btc first level of allocation is always taken in perspective of 1 hour then in 15 minutes step by step so that's what screening is all about right so one step is completed you get into the next step ist okay एक second रुक जाओ. Okay, so whenever you get in played with the gold so always you do the screening first then start executing but in btc you always look in pursuance of 1 hour and 4 hours then execute the trades in 15 minutes because btc crypto is one of the volatile mood markets right for that 1 hour will give you the better understanding to execute the trades ये डाउनफॉल का मूव क्यों आया सिंपल intact level pending tha right and how do you allocate the moment over here at this point this point of action will be taken under first come first serve. ये था, ये खत्म होके फिर से breakout दिया था. In that moment the demand will be taken in pursuance of the second serving, ना. Second serving का moment जब भी allot होता है 0.1 and 0.2. Okay. Am I clear, रमेश? एंड यहाँ पे सेटअप भी नहीं बना था शॉर्ट के लिए. यहाँ पे भी सिर्फ लॉन्ग का ही ट्रेड ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन जनरेट हुई थी, अगेन विथ S2B1 सेटअप. नहीं, हेट देने वाले देते रहेंगे यार, छोड़ना. वो मैसेज भी निकाल दिया उस बंदे ने. आर्या ने डाला था ना. ओके, am I clear, रमेश? Thank you so much. Okay, thanks you so much, sir. No worries. नहीं, मैंने लिखा था मुझे बिना मिलीनियर बनाए बिना. अच्छा, हो गया. हेट नहीं दिया. नहीं नहीं, आर्या, आप नहीं, और एक आर्या है. टेंशन मत. आपने जो लिखा था वो हार्मफुल होगा, तभी हम हार्मफुल नहीं लेंगे, बिकॉज आपका नाम तो है एटलीस्ट. आपका क्लियर मैसेज ये था, राइट, कि मुझे बिना मिलीनियर बनाए जाओगे विथ laughing emoticon and a question mark. So we read that. So that's not an issue. किसी को भी कोई भी डाउट्स है, please do ask. Stream will be there for next 15 minutes. And Dinesh, Telegram पे वर्षा को पिंग करो, she will add you back in the group. Oh, lol. Okay, sir. Sir, is the gold trade is towards long up to minimality? वेंकट एक चीज आप मिस कर रहे हो. What is this? गलत ये हुआ. Good morning जय जी, कैसे हो? Long time. What is this point? Good morning, sir. Last four high volume on our candle is in the same rate where we look for reversal trades, but in this scenario, I'm confused. Last four high volumes on our कहाँ पे? गोल्ड में? नहीं, हाई वॉल्यूम कहाँ पे है गोल्ड में? गोल्ड में हाई वॉल्यूम सब्जेक्टरी मूवमेंट आइसबर्ग जोन में है अभी, right? Once it breaks the level, then the reversal will get into the formation, no? Zaiji, right? What are you noticing here, right? At this current formation, what is volume indicating, right? Morning का जो break movement था gap up का, उसके वजह से यहाँ पे एक अलॉटमेंट हुआ था वॉल्यूम के साथ, राइट? उसके साथ मार्केट कंटिन्यूटी में आइसबर्ग जोन में ही है, राइट? जब ये आइसबर्ग जोन ऑफ एक्शन को ब्रेक करते हुए एक कैंडल दिखेगी, that's where the reversal will start getting indicated, na? Not prior to that. Please open the volume video and rewatch it, Reggie. Okay? दिनेश, पार्टी कहाँ पे है नया घर का? दिनेश, स्मिता मैम इज आस्किंग पार्टी कहाँ पे है? सॉरी सर. समझ नहीं. स्मिता मैम, आपको पूना जाना होगा. Done, done. We'll go. क्या समझ में नहीं आया दिनेश? पूछ लो. वर्षा, दिनेश को जूम अलोकेशन दो एलटीडी का. यस. Let's do it in Pune. Done and dusted. Can I ask you something? Why your book priced at $250? I'm extremely sorry, Arya. The book price is not 250, it's $375. You have read it wrong. Just curious, are you trying to keep away the people who are not serious? Because that book has the knowledge which you have never found it before. कहाँ पे दे रहे हो दिनेश? पुणे में? ये मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. स्मिता मैम ने. उसके लिए इंडिया आना पड़ेगा अभी. आएंगे आएंगे. किसी को भी कोई डाउट नहीं है? आप जिधर बोलेंगे वहां पे. डन. डेफिनेटली आएंगे इधर. घर का खाना खिला दो, मैं उसी में खुश हूँ. गुड मॉर्निंग समर्थ. सर के मीटअप रख रहे हैं. नहीं नहीं, मीटअप नहीं है. दिनेश has got the new house, so we'll be having a party over that. पैसे वालों का बात चल रहा है. हम्म. All the LTD members, just make sure that MTSL is strong. With MTSL, TSL, 3900 पे रख लेना. ओके. आई एम सेइंग रखे एक मीटअप. अब आप आओ तो. नहीं नहीं यार. M2 100% TP1 हिट हो चुकी है. एड ऑन अभी तक नहीं हुआ है. पोजीशन अलोकेट होते ही we will do it. Okay, not prior to that. How did you find out this experience? How did you find out this experience? मतलब सर अब सारी चीजें समझ आती है, डाउट्स नहीं होते, फिर भी पता नहीं क्यों प्रॉफिट नहीं बन रहा. डर आ रहा है अभी भी उसमें. Are you feeling the fear while executing the trades? Am I invited, Dinesh? ये भी कोई पूछने वाली बात है. Thank you so much, bro. Bro, it's pleasure. Good morning, Tosef. How are you? Hope you took the break. Your brother is recovered from the hospital. Yeah. नहीं नहीं, फैजा बने रहो बने रहो. चिल आउट. मार्किंग हुआ है, आएगा वहां तक. How did you find out this style? This is not called as style. After execution, बंद जल्दी हो जाता है. हाँ मतलब डर है अभी भी. उसके बाद आप आते हो कि लाइक यार एग्जीक्यूट तो सही हुआ था, टारगेट तक होल्ड करना था. That is fear. So once you remove the fear now, Usma, you will be able to hold. Sir, I entered at 3931 after a long time. What will be the exhaust minimality point? Say me one thing. चिल्ला चिल्ला के बोल रहा हूँ, एड ऑन या ट्रेड ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन नहीं है, सेटअप नहीं है, और आप इस कैंडल में एग्जीक्यूट किए हो, राइट? तो इट इज नॉट राइट एट फर्स्ट प्लेस व्हाट यू हैव डन, वेंकट. क्लियर कट यहाँ पे लेवल है, राइट, जो कि रिट्रेसमेंट है. अगर मार्केट ऊपर भी जाना है तो जितने भी लोग ये पुल बैक करके बैठे हैं उनको निकालेगा, राइट. जितने भी लोग यहाँ पे चेंज ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर हुआ है, सॉरी ब्रेक ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर हुआ है करके बैठे हैं उन लोगों को निकालेगा, राइट. जितने भी लोग रिटेलर्स पर्सपेक्टिव पे है उन सभी को निकालेगा. उसके बाद सेटअप फॉर्म होगा, सेटअप फॉर्म होने के बाद ट्रेड ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन. तब से वही तो बोल रहा हूँ वेंकट, और आप जाके इस कैंडल में एंट्री हो. मैं क्या बोलूँ? That is not right now. Yes, sir, recovered. I took 4 days time to recover all the topics. Okay. So MNP का जो भी आपने वीडियोस देखे उसमें कोई डाउट्स है आपको तो पूछ लो. स्टार्ट एग्जीक्यूटिंग फ्रॉम टुडे. ड्रॉ द एनालिसिस एक बार वर्षा से शेयर कर दो. अगर कोई गलत है तो बता देगी वो. उसके बाद स्टार्ट एग्जीक्यूटिंग. ठीक है. तो सिर्फ नहीं नहीं अरुंधति मैम. क्यों? Why against? Be in the same point of direction where everyone are. No? I don't have problem. It's your problem. Pfizer, from today you will increase the lot size. Harshit, you will also increase the lot size. Ambika, आप भी increase करोगे. Sure sir, thank you very much. No worries, तो sir. Stream will be there for next 5 minutes. जो भी doubts है पूछ लो. दिनेश मैं तुम्हें कॉल करता हूँ. सुबह में जब कॉल किया था सुनाई नहीं दिया क्या तुम्हें? सो रहे थे? 60 पिप्स चल रहा है. Yes. Invention, yes, I did it. It's mine. आधा सुनाई दिया था. हाँ. सर कैपिटल नहीं है. मे बी इसलिए फियर होता है. ओके, एग्जिटेड द ट्रेड्स. I've seen people use the range calculation method. Did you invent this? Sorry for inquisitive. That's totally fine, yeah. Yeah, this entire movement of structures is aligned, worked closely, and applied for the patent. Yes, this is mine, and no one can take what's mine, Arya. But yeah, open for public. सर ग्रुप में 400 पिप्स का मैसेज आया बट 430 चल रहा है. नहीं नहीं, 400 पिप्स में आईडी ट्रेड क्लोज करो. स्विंग ट्रेड को कंटिन्यू में रखो. स्विंग ट्रेड का एमटीएसएल होगा सिस्टम पे एट 78. ओके. एंड उसके साथ सिस्टम ट्रेलिंग विल बी एट 55. Am I clear? Don't get confused over here, Faiza. Good morning, sir. How are you? Small request, can you explain B1, B2, B3? Sir, what is B1, B2, B3? Okay, that is of quarter one, sir. So if in the quarter one, definitely I'll explain it to you. Currently, you focus on S1 and S2, right? With that, minimalities. Okay, sir. So once that setup starts forming of S1 setups of B1, B2, B3 with the inducements, definitely we will follow through, and I will definitely explain it to you once again. But at the current state, sir, just focus on S2B1 and S2B2. Even S2B2 is not required at the current stage because we have almost reached and entering into the Q4 state, right? So S1, three wing, sorry, S2B1, three wing setups for gold, and for crypto, follow threshold in 1 hour, three wing setup, and S2B1 setup in 15 minutes. Damn, I've been using range calculation, square root, and all for sometimes now. Always wonder where it came from. Sir Gen Z in the chat. Doesn't matter, Varun. Chup रह तू. And it never works with one area. It is a combination of 12 setups which gets into one, which is called as TTS, right? And square root calculation is only used in Q1 and Q2, and allocation of TTS 2.0 is taken under the consideration of lifetime. With that, you have to follow supply and demand. With that, you have to follow minimality. With that, you have to follow surplus. With that, you have to follow high calibration points. With that, you have to follow the LG points intact level. With the intact level, you have to understand exquisite allocation of a setup from where the range starts and where the range ends. So once you imply this all well together, that's where you get into the play and you understand the concept. Don't take my first spot recipe book. So all the new members who are just watching from a very long time and who have joined recently, which formula, which setup, which concepts you use, it's always about how you use it. 6 months of back testing, 6 months of forward testing, 1 month of live analysis. Come with a small capital, compound it while compounded. Just make sure your mindset is in a right position to execute the trades without the fear and greed. With that, you have to understand one major thing, that is risk management. Once you follow the proper risk management and start allotting the trade, you will definitely reach the heights what you guys are looking for. With that, prepare your mind with mindset that is not baked in this business, that can be done through meditating, reading books, and waiting patiently in the markets. Right? With that, this is Nitesh signing off. मिलते हैं अगली सेशन में. तब तक के लिए टेक केयर. बाय बाय.